It's Thursday, February the 18th. Lake level, it's like 908 3/4. It come up about 8 or 9 inches from that rain that we had last week. Ever since we got the rain, they haven't been generating too much water. But the water temperature throughout the lake, it's pretty much the same. It's anywhere 47, 48, up to as high as 52, 53. Later in the day, it's a little bit warmer. If you get into some stained water in the backs of some of the creeks, you'll see some, mid-50s. But with this nice stable weather that we've been having, I'm finding the fish are really moving quite a bit. I'll get into, like today. Today the wind blew like crazy. And the wind has been helping out the crankbait and the jerkbait bite. But today was a little excessive. We had 20, 25 mile an hour with 35 mile an hour gusts. So I kind of had to get out of the wind. But a lot of my crankbait, jerkbait fish have been coming more off of rock, not so much suspended around timber. Football-sized rock, and a lot on points, main lake and secondary. It seems like if I go further back into creeks, that's where I feel like, a lot of the fish are moving to. A lot of buck bass, 13, 14-inch fish, back in the creeks. And I'm going back in there till I got about 20 foot of water or less. Seems like if I get less than 20 foot deep in the center of the creek, I have a hard time getting bit. But fishing the rock transitions, and I'm throwing mainly a rock crawler, a couple different ones. I'm throwing the 55, the regular rock crawler 55, and then I've been throwing a 50 DD, which has got the same bill as the RK 55, but it's a 50 millimeter body instead of a 55, so it's a little bit smaller bait. I think I get down there about 13, 14 feet. Depends on, how deep I'm wanting to get the bait down. And, right now I had some fish belching out crawdads, and they are tiny crawdads. So I think the smaller crankbait was helping a little bit. And on the jerkbait, I just got my new McDarts from Spro, and pretty awesome little bait. That's all I've been throwing the last 3 or 4 days. And as far as where I've been on the lake, I fished a couple days ago. I fished down by Shell Knob, Campbell Point. Today I fished James River Arm. A few days ago I fished Kimbling City area. So a lot of the same stuff is happening all over the place. So this is their 110 McDarts, the same body size as the McStick, but it's got a real small bill. It'll go about 4 to 6 feet. And the color I've been using, I brought this box because I know I'm going to get the color wrong, but it's a wampum, a W-A-M-P-U-M. I don't know how to say it, but it's kind of like a Tennessee shad with a little bit of chartreuse on the back. That's pretty much the only one I've been throwing. I really haven't changed it because it's been working for me in the real clear water and in the stained water. Now, as far as stained water, we don't have much stained water. Like if you go in the very back of Big Creek and some of them bigger creeks where we had some runoff from the rain, it's off colored. It's by no means dirty. It's, good looking water, and it's warming up a little bit quicker than some of the other areas. Now, I think that the jerkbait bite, crankbait bite is going to do nothing but get better and better as the water warms up. And, even my Alabama rig fish that I've been catching and the minnow fish, for me anyways, haven't been that deep. I'm not throwing anything fancy on the Alabama rig, just some missiles, swim baits, shad color. I think this is, trying to think of this color. I can't remember the color, but it's purple, got a little chartreuse in it. 3.5 shockwave. Been working, real well for me. And a lot of these fish kind of been on the bottom. Most all my fish have been bottom related, even on the A-rig fish. Once in a while, I'll see one suspended out over 40, 50 foot of water. They'll be 20 or 30 foot deep, but most of them seem like they're on bluff ends, main lake points, kind of staging to move back in some of these pockets. If you got a small pocket, It's got deep water on each point. That's a lot of the areas that I'm cranking and throwing the Alabama rig, just keeping the A rig pretty much right off the bottom. You know, using live scope, I can keep it away from the trees and avoid getting it hung up, you know, quite as much. And the same with the minnow. Even a lot of my minnow fish have been on the base of the timber, you know, base of the hardwoods. So I think something else that will work as well, I hadn't been throwing too much. Let me go back to the crankbaits. But this time of year, I want to throw a lot of shades of red. Always seems to be really big in the spring. This one here is a brown craw. Seems like it's been working better for me in the clearer waters. Translucent. It's got a little brown chartreuse tint on the bottom. And this is a Delta craw. If you get some clouds or a little bit of stained water, I like the solid colors. If not, clear water, high skies, I'll go with a translucent bait. And kind of the same with the stick bait as well. I'll get something that's more natural in the clear water. If it's overcast or dirty, I'll go with a solid color. But something else, like I said, I was saying that should work. I hadn't been able to slow down enough because I like cranking so much. With the size of the little crawdads that them fish are spitting, if you get a bluebird slick day like what we had yesterday, the bite was a little bit tougher. And I think a person can slow down and throw a 3/16 ounce Ned rig, you know, green pumpkin or PBJ, or this is a Little Missiles Micro D-bomb. Looks just like a little crawdad, and that's just about the size of the crawdads that them fish are spitting. You know, green pumpkin, you might even want to dip the tails in a little bit of orange. They got a lot of orange in them right now. But for the most part, you know, the fishing's good. You got to move around quite a bit. It seems like windy, cloudy days, you want to pick up a crankbait or a jerkbait. Just, you know, cover some water till you get a bite or two. Let the fish tell you what kind of rock they're on. Then just try to repeat that by going to the same tight bank where you just caught the fish. But a lot of my fish, they're still relating pretty close to deep water. A lot of these points that I'm fishing, you know, I've got 30, 40 feet of water right behind me. So I think these fish are just coming up out of that deep water and starting to move up. And even though the water temperature is still in the low 50s, it's kind of getting to the point where you get the right conditions, you know, a bladed jig or chatterbait, spinnerbait work. Just got to slow row it, you know, even with the crankbait. I'm not burning it. I'm getting it down there on bottom and just crawling it along, trying to stay in contact with bottom. And, you know, a lot of times the crankbait doesn't have to be bouncing off the bottom. When it stops hitting the bottom, and, you know, I try to keep the boat about 20 feet, so a lot of you retrieve, the bait's not getting down to the bottom, but the fish will come up off of them rocks and come up for it. Some of the areas of the lake are getting slime, especially in the real clear water, like down by the dam, and we seen that up there by Shell Knob yesterday, where when you get that rock crawler down there digging bottom, you get moss and slime on it, and that seems to be on the flatter banks. So I actually picked up a little Spro Little John. You know, same type colors. I'm staying with the orange and red colors. And this bait will go down about 7 feet. It's got a pretty tight wobble, good springtime bait. Deflects off the wood. Especially I got, you know, some laydowns I'm fishing around or big rock. The little Spro really deflects off of that cover real good. And it helps when you're in an area where it's got a lot of slime. You can still catch the fish, even though it's not banging on the bottom. So hopefully the weather, you know, holds up. Looks like it's going to get a little chilly this weekend, but it shouldn't change the water temperature at all. Another few more weeks, the fish will really be moving up, but I'm finding a lot of the buck bass already moving into the pockets, pretty close to where they're going to spawn. The bigger ones won't be far behind them, especially if we get 2 or 3 nice days like we've had. Just steady sunshine, warming up them pockets. Them big ones will come back there pretty early. Not so much to spawn, but, check out where they're gonna spawn, cruise around. Usually if they're up there that shallow, they're up there looking where they're gonna spawn, they're looking to feed. But the key seems to be with pretty much whatever I'm throwing, I have to slow it down. Be real patient with my retrieves, the jerkbait. I'm not letting it set real long, about a 2 or 3 second pause. If I've got a lot of wind, I'm not hardly letting it set at all. If it's dead still, I might give it 3 to 5 seconds pause, between some of the twitches. I don't seem to be catching that many around suspended trees with the jerkbait. The majority of them are still coming off a rock, just like places where you throw a crankbait. So if you got 2 of you fishing, one throw a crankbait and one throw a jerkbait and see which one they want the best. So till next week, good luck, good fishing.